YouTube be in this bitch. Today we about to react to my nigga Bryce James, you feel me? They saying he better than Bronny and Mikey Williams, you feel me? I kinda had that feeling Bryce was gonna be the better, you feel me, LeBron's son. Better James kid, you feel me? Cause it's always the younger one that you get to watch the older brother fuck up, fail, get yelled at, all that shit, bro. You get to be your best self, you feel me? You don't got much worries, bro. That's why I knew. But hey, they saying Bryce nice. I think the nigga like 14, I don't know. Let's see if he really nice though.
Bronny James just went off in his most recent game where he dropped 20 points and did this.
That nigga play like a power forward.
I have to say, this dude is starting to look a lot more like his father, but he did a ton of things in this game that are pointing towards Bryce James being one of the best in his class in the very near future. Now, number one, one of the best things he did during this game was his ability to shoot the ball. Bryce's jump shot is honestly one of the most impressive at his age, being that he can shoot the three ball as well as mid-range with ease, and it honestly looks like one of the best parts of his game. Now, I think one of the most exciting parts that he does when he steps on the court is he's not afraid to shoot. Many of you remember Bronny James whenever he would step on the court, especially playing varsity and him playing basketball in general. He seemed as if he was hesitant to take shots and really didn't even have his eyes on the rim. When this nigga like 17, he gonna be a problem. And one thing about Bryce James is this dude is going to put the ball up regardless. He really doesn't care if it's the best shot in the world, but if he's open and thinks he can make it, he has that confidence to go ahead and put the ball in the basket and doesn't really care if there are defenders down low. He's trying to throw the ball and put it in the basket. And I really can admire this because I think it shows you that this dude is going to be an excellent finisher in the very near future. If he's attacking like this, it's only a matter of time before he really polishes his finishes and is able to get to the basket, number one, with ease, but also as he develops, gets his genetics, grows a little bit taller, more athletic, really polishes his game.
This nigga better not be smoking dope yet, nigga.
Now, many people are hating on Bryce James because he does play JV instead of varsity at Sierra Canyon. And in my opinion, at the end of the day, it really does not matter. We can say that he would have played better competition at varsity, but it's already past that point. He's playing JV, and now we just have to assess how good of a hooper he is at this specific age playing JV. And from what I can see, this dude is clearly a dominant force and one of the better players on his team.
He's a good finisher.
Now, one thing I love about Bryce's game is his ability to go coast to coast with the ball. Now, he may not be the best ball handler, and I do honestly think Bronny was a tad bit stronger of a ball handler at this age, but he's not afraid to get the rebound on one end, dribble the ball, completely blow by defenders, and try to finish it at the cup on the other side. And who does that remind you of? LeBron. And that's why it's starting to seem more and more, as we see more footage of this dude, that his game is resembling his father much more in my eyes than Bronny James. Now, Bronny on one hand definitely has the defense on hand. I think his defense is a tad bit better than Bryce because he's more athletic, but Bryce seems to have that scoring ability and just that ability to know where defenders are at and able to make plays based off this. Am I the only one that thinks this dude looks a little bit taller in this game? I definitely can't be, because it seems like maybe he has grown again and had a little bit more of a growth spurt. Now, many of you know he was actually in a photo taller than Bronny James, and Bronny, of course, is probably around 6'3", maybe even 6'2", which means Bryce is taller than that, and I think his development at such a young age is what's allowing him to separate himself from other people in his class. And I would love to see what the rankings do look like for Bryce James very soon. Now, it's one thing to say a hooper is talented and plays offense, but Bryce actually plays on both ends of the floor. Now, this dude gets rebounds and even steals the basketball at a pretty high level, and I think these are super important because if you're able to play both sides of the court, you're going to be that much more effective when you do play at the next level. If you like both sides of the floor, you're able to lock up a defender, get a rebound, bring it all the way to the other side of the court, and finish. What coach would not be interested in pursuing you, wanting to play you? And that, of course, is just going to help you get more shine on the basketball court. Now, with all the good, there are definitely some areas that need improvement when we compare him to his brother at this age. And I think number one, it's his passing ability. Now, for sure, Bronny is much more of a guard in my eyes than Bryce was at this age, and it really seems like Bryce is the one that would make these simple passes where Bronny was really looking to dime his players, his teammates, get these other guys involved, where Bryce just seems naturally just more of a scorer. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think if Bryce really wants to take his game to the next level, he could get a little bit better at passing the ball, and that's what's really going to allow this dude to take his career to the next level and not only be a scorer, but be able to do things on both ends of the court and get his teammates involved, which of course is going to build chemistry on his squad and really just create an overall more dominant team. Now, the next point of emphasis that I believe Bryce James needs to work on is for sure his ball handling. Now, again, I think this just comes with being more of a guard compared to being more of a big man, but Bronny at this age seemed much more dominant and much more effective with his dribbles and ball handling than Bryce does. Now, these guys low-key are two different positions, and Bryce again seems more as a big that can score the ball, where Bronny seemed much more like a guard trying to get his teammates involved. But I think if Bryce can continue to get his ball handling, get those tighter handles, really be able to break down a defender and get to the cup, man, that would even take his game to another level, man. And I can't wait to see when this dude starts getting in the lab more, gets his handles up. And again, genetics play a huge factor here. Now, him probably being 6'3 plus at minimum, I think this is only, again, going to add to his insane potential that we're waiting for in the near future. Height is a huge factor. Weight is a huge factor. Athleticism for sure. And again, Bronny seemed a little bit more athletic, but that is something that can be developed over time. Although some hoopers just are more athletic naturally than others, I believe that if Bryce continues to work on his game, I think that this dude can generate and really create a little bit more athleticism in his game to where he's really out there hooping and playing like LeBron. Because I have to say, if there's one hooper that resembles more of Bron's game, I think you have to say it's both of them. Both of them actually have a little bit of his playing style. Now, defensive-wise, Bron for sure has that ability to block shots, pin shots, just has that type of athleticism, the IQ to pass the ball to other teammates, and really just has that situational awareness. While Bryce seems to have more of the scoring from Bron and really being able to be more of a big man, back people down low, knock down shots, and just have that consciousness to where he knows how to score the ball, and it's not really effort that he's putting into it.
My little baby ball like Bryce Maximus
that was just given to him and he was gifted with. Now, which one of these hoopers do I think will be the better player in the future? Man, I still want to give it to Bronny James. Now, it's tough because Bryce is making a very hard case with his game and just his overall smoothness on the court. This dude just knows how to play the game, has that natural ability, and I think it also helps too that he's not under the same microscope that Bronny James was. Bronny is the first son of LeBron. Everyone was watching this dude's games, wondering what is his next move going to be, following him on social media, reporting his every single move, where Bryce kind of was not in the limelight as much, kind of slid into
That's why that nigga got more potential.
And even now, I still don't think he had the same type of awareness, same type of clout as Bronny did at this age. Now, with that being said, I think both are for sure developing into different types of players, and that's important because if you're comparing two different types of players, some are going to have strengths and weaknesses. But overall, I think Bronny is just developing into more of a guard that can pass the ball, but also knows when and how to put the ball up and score, where Bryce just seems more of a scorer, but also could develop into more of a guard if he really does gain that athleticism. Of course, the height would help. And those genetics, man, you cannot beat them.
Yeah, that's the exact reason why I think the younger brother always will be better. You feel me? That's how it's supposed to be, nigga. As an older brother, you're supposed to give the game to your younger little bro. You're supposed to beat up on that nigga so he can get stronger than you. That's the benefits of being a little brother. Like LaMelo and them niggas. LaMelo's fearless as fuck because he had older brothers that was always competition for him. I think Bryce gonna be better than Bronny in the long run, potential wise, you feel me? But Bronny gonna be the star like right away based on like the pressure. But hey, we gonna see how it play out, man. Two young black boys gonna be great regardless, my nigga, even if they don't make it to the league, you feel me? But hey, Keezy Billups, we out this bitch.